power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
No rest for the weary. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are good. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They exchange punches. Beautiful counter shot. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. That hook just can't find the target. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Catch and shoot. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Well done with that counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. There's the bell for round 6. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Throws the jab, it doesn't score. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the... There's the bell to start round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That uppercut misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Both men step back for just a moment. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
You'd like to see more jabs. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last round. And they're back at it again here in round 8. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Couldn't land that jab. Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision.
everybody out. To the samurai. Indeed. Here we go, one side. Really neat. Very beautifully, very little rated. Little battle raps for you.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. It's David Benavidez, 188 centimeters tall with a reach of 189 centimeters. It's the Mexican. Here comes the pride of Wales. So much hype. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Punch, counter punch. Can't land that jab. Good counter punching. They got out of the way of that right hook. The jab doesn't quite connect. He threw a punch and just got countered. There was so much hype surrounding this match, I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating, this can be hellfire on here.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, she's like a match made in heaven.
He missed with that jab. Couldn't land that jab. That counter shot lands. Quick punch scores. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about David Benavidez that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been. What do we expect to see here in round two? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Nice counter shot. Good defense on that right hook. How about that time counter shot? And he just misses with that jab. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
They've got to be very wary. If you're in with a slugger, they will fight all night for fun. They'll stay in your face. They are naturally tough and strong and aggressive.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro.
On to the third. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
How about that time counter shot? Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Perfect counter shot. Nice job blocking the hook. When are we going to see a jab from these two? We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
A perfect counter shot. The straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned? On to the fourth we go. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What you've got to do, Todd, it's anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Those counter punches have to hurt. Missing with the hook. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nope, that jab not going to score. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last.
Switch on.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
That counter punch caught him clean. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Both men step back for just a moment. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Throws the uppercut but misses. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope that...
Let's start the 6. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That hook just can't find the target. And it's survival time for David Benavidez. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Nice counter shot. They exchange punches. Can you believe this? Joe Calzaghe in some serious trouble. Didn't wait to... Did you see that? Oh, and Joe Calzaghe just took a heavy shot. Joe Calzaghe just went down. Oh my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
That's lights out right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me this one.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool?
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Calzaghe in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Can make or break a fighter.
Go out there and win this round. You had everything in the bag, and now you've let him...
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick. Just keep him on.
Don't worry about it. Let's go.
Round 7, here we go. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walked right through it?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
An uppercut does not score. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You'd like to see more jabs. And he scores with the counter. They're both trying for a knockout. Good idea, but misses with the left hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no...
Don't want to lose this fight,
And there's the bell for round 8. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.